Alright, y'all, this is my first ever interview. My name is E Visuals. I got Tay Capone on the podcast today, or an interview. Oh, God. So, yeah, you can just summarize your upbringing a little bit.
Yeah, man, so I'm Tay Capone, man. South side of Chicago, man. Grew up in the drill era, from 600, man. I grew up in the projects. I'm a project baby also, you know what I'm saying? And it was wild, it was crazy, but I don't think I would have changed my upbringing for nothing. I think a lot of people that live in poverty don't even really know that they're living in poverty. You know what I'm saying? It's just all you know. So, for me, it was all I knew, and it was fun to me. Growing up in the projects, doing flips off boom boxes, and sleeping and flipping on Petri mattresses, and running up from the first to the 16th floor and all that shit. It was fun for me.
Feel you, bro. I feel you. So I wanted to bring up how street dudes, they mostly have, a lot of them have single mothers, or either like they raised by like a grandparent or somebody like that might be unfit. How did you grew up in like a 2-parent household, right?
Yes, I did, bro. Yeah. And it's so crazy because I always kind of joke about that. Like when people be like, man, bro, like what be like the reason they got in the streets? I'd be like, bro, I ain't really had a conventional street story and shit.
Right.
Oh, mama was on crack, daddy was dead or gone. Like, bro, I swear to God, like I grew up in the projects and shit. My daddy was in the streets, but my daddy was like the perfect street father. Like he did what he did in the streets,
right,
and used all his street money to take care of his kids, bro. Like, and he was getting hella bread. Like, and when I was coming up, I was looked at as like them like a bougie project kid, bro. Cause like even though I was from the projects and we lived in poverty, nigga, I had all the new shit. I had Pelly, Cool G. I was fresh as hell growing up. Like my daddy, he used to ride motorcycles, him and his crew. Like I had the miniature version of his motorcycle. Like I used to I used to be out there. They bikes would be parked in a parking lot. I'd come park my shit in that parking lot. The parking lot with my daddy them, like at 6, 7 years old, like.
Oh, bro.
So I really didn't. My mama was great mom, like super great, bro. Like, and I just really didn't have too many reasons why I really ended up in the streets outside of having too much time to myself, honestly, I feel like, because it just was like, even though I had what I had at home, when I left out my door, that's what was going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, going to school with your friends and doing all that and being around that, and it's just like, even though you got what you got at home, when you step outside that door, my reality was what it was. So it's like, that really what it was, really. I didn't have like the in-house drama that led me to the streets, but what was literally outside my door, it was in my face and around me every day, and it just, at one point, it just got a hold of me.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. So, why would you tell, let's say a kid, he live in the hood, he kind of on a path towards the streets, what would you tell him to steer him right?
Man, just learn from me, because I always try to tell people, like, bro, and don't get me wrong, like, I try not to talk down on like my street path too much, because we still was able to benefit off our pain. Like I'm right here doing this with you right now because who I was and like what happened with me in my life, you know what I'm saying? But that's not everybody, you know what I'm saying, for one. And for two, it's like that, honestly, like if you ask me like if I could trade my life right now and like get a do-over, I still would do it over. You know what I'm saying? Because like I had a chance to stay in college, stay in school, go to college, play sports, like, and like not subject myself to this life. And I swear to God, I never graduated high school, and I swear that's one of my biggest regrets. Like not staying in school, not just giving myself the option to be like, man, look, I got a D1 scholarship, like. You know what I'm saying? Let me go see what I can be. You know what I'm saying? Or what I can make out of this. Instead of dropping out of high school when I had something going for myself and getting too caught up in the streets and losing all these homies and all the trauma we dealt with and drama we dealt with. shortly after that, and even before that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was going through shit even my freshman year of high school. My homies was getting killed left and right. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I would tell them for sure, like, man, like, being a street nigga when that's what all that you around, bro, is easy. Like, the decision I made was easy, bro. Like, it's hard. It's way harder to be having 10 homies, 9 of them go to the streets, and you the only one stay in school. Like, it's way harder to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's way harder and way more honorable to do that when you know, like, every day you leave the crib, this is what you got going on and this is what you do around.
Yeah.
It's easy. Oh, I'm going to do what my homie do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what my friends do. I'm going to do what's popular. It ain't always popular to stay in school, get good grades, and take that shit serious. You know what I'm saying? But I would tell the people that's just, like, in that type of situation or about to be, to just stay in school, bro. Like, stay in school, give yourself the opportunity to at least get your high school diploma and see what you done made for yourself by the time you get 18. If that's sports, if that's academics, like, maybe you got a scholarship to go and be in a D1 college, play college football, basketball, whatever sport you playing, or even some type of academic scholarship where you just going off, you smart, you feel me, be a scientist, doctor, lawyer, whatever it is. Because I'm telling you, man, that's a lot more, like, you get a lot more peace of mind making that decision, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta look over your shoulder and you ain't gotta worry about a lot of things when you making those decisions versus the ones that we made.
Right.
So I would definitely tell them, like, if anything, bro, just stick through it, man, get through it, man, see what you can make out of it. And remember, like, the streets are always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this shit ain't work, the streets gonna be there forever and ever. You ain't never gotta worry. This the shit you gotta catch while it's hot. You know what I'm saying? These sports and academics and being in school and getting scholarships and getting offers, that's what you gotta capitalize on right now. You know what I'm saying? The streets, you can do this shit till you're 90 years old if you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would tell them.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Great answer. Now, I was gonna say, for the future generations, do you see a change, or do you think? Do you have any ways that we can get there to make things better?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I try to pride myself on being a realist with a lot of shit, and like growing up how I did, and just seeing both sides to every coin. Like, want to be so hopeful about everything. You know what I'm saying? And because, like, I feel like I'm a mature person. You know what I'm saying? Based off a lot of shit that I done been through, like, I know I'm one of the more mature guys, you know what I'm saying? But I also did a lot of shit that the immature niggas did it too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if it's a lot of people out here like me, I would love to believe that that's possible, but honestly it's not. A lot of knuckleheads, a lot of people stuck on certain things, and a lot of people, bro, what I had to learn too was, even though I've lost a lot in the streets, I ain't lost what certain people lost. Yeah. Some people lost a twin brother, a uncle, a fucking sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people that lost certain things that I can't even understand or even see. You know what I'm saying? And that be their reason for keeping up beef or keeping the pressure on and staying in the beefs and the drama and sliding. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be one thing. And it also just be like, if you know they lost these things and you telling them to calm down or shake the op's hand, it's almost like a slap in the face to them. Like, I just think about sometimes, like, when I was 16, after LA got killed, a guy walking up to me like, man, we finna squash it with them. We finna shake their hands and get this money. Like, I probably would have shot the person talking. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's the only thing where, like I say, I see both sides of it. I would love to believe that it's possible. And in certain ways, I see a lot of growth in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the real growth can only come when you got the people that's actually stuck in it and it's their everyday lives. Yeah. You got to get them on board. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even with me, it's not my everyday life. I don't have to do that. I'm a grown-ass man. I did that shit. I'm stamped where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But for the YNs, the little kids, the young boys that feel like this their job to stand on it and get revenge and slide in their honor, them the people you gotta get on board for it to really stick, bro. And unfortunately, that's more easier said than done.
Yeah, definitely. I agree, bro. I agree. A lot of these, they be crazy, bro. Like 12 years old, trying to steal cars and all this wild shit, bro.
That's where it happened. That's exactly
crazy, bro.
That 12 to 18 range is different, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Feel like that might be like the most important time to try to stop somebody before they really go like head on into the streets for real.
Yeah, man, that is, bro. And I always tell people like that was around the time my daddy went to the feds. You know what I'm saying? So like when I really could have used my father to even have like in my back pocket or keep me out of certain things, or even if I was gonna be still in the streets, just having that person that like could like help me get through these things and have a lot of the answers to the test, you know what I'm saying, instead of going through them. And like my daddy, if he was there, probably could have told me the fire was hot instead of me having to burn myself to see that it was hot. You know what I'm saying? My dad could have told me, oh, don't do that, that's going to happen like that, or that'll unfold if that happened, or make sure when you over here, you do this. And you know what I'm saying? Instead of me having to learn the hard way, you know what I'm saying? And I needed that guidance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's that age. Like, I feel like 12 specifically is like that age was like, man, a lot of things about to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they either about to change for the better or worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, 12 years old, you probably, what, in 6th, 7th grade or some shit like that. And, like, you know, you growing up and you starting to look older. You don't look like you the 10 or nothing no more. You look like you closer to being 15 to fucking 10. So now, it's just like, you know, now motherfucker know you know right from wrong and you understand shit, and that's the perfect thing niggas in the streets need to see.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I was gonna say